Three-point play. No foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Collison into the front court. Down 6. Joel Embiid. It's good for 3.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
In the second quarter.
To Turner. Whoa! What a finish! Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Into the front court comes Collison. Right now, down 7. Turner to Collison, driving right to the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Another follow, no good. To Butler. For 3. Offensive and a putback slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Into the game for the Pacers, number 44.
Collison to Evans. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Beyond the arc for 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Gets it in the left corner to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. On the Pacers come away with the steal. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. That's it for the first half. The 76ers have the lead.
The 76ers are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Off the mark on his free throw. To Collison. And he finishes at the rim.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Simmons to Butler. Fires the three. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
To Collison. Has a chance. It's Embiid with the rebound. Butler to Simmons. The drive, right to the basket. And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Embiid's free throw, good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Collison into the front court. His guys down 11. Cleans it up. Oh, Miles Turner. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Pacers control. To Young. Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
To Young. Knocked loose. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Pacers recover. Missed a wide open look. Redick to Butler. Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. The follow won't go either. To Young. From the painted area, won't go down. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Ben Simmons able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Can't convert the free throw. Into the front court comes Collison. 14-point deficit. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by J.J. Redick. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. The drive, right to the basket. Joel Embiid tips it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Trying to cash in. He's looking for that touch. Passed it off. Miles Turner slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Nice pass to set things up.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Butler to Redick. Oh, had him going there for a second. Redick. Not that time. Gets it at the top of the key to Redick. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Joseph with it. The deficit now up to 13. Knocked loose. Sixers control it. Harris to Simmons. Oh, he had him there for a second. Jumper's good.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team on top by 13. To Tobias Harris. Terrific vision. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Harris. Goes to the right side. To Redick. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Missed it.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for the Indiana
Pacers with the possession.
23, Wesley Matthews.
Mike Scott rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Turner. Can't connect from inside. Lets it fly from beyond the arc and knocks it down.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Sixers have it. To McConnell. For 3. Cleaning the offensive glass. Collison into the front court. His guys down big. In the slam.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Lets it fly from long range. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
It's Indiana basketball. To Matthews. Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
McConnell sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question, there's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Runner's good there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Fires the three. Like the confidence. Tough shot there from McConnell. Into the front court comes Collison. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. And it's Simmons to claim the rebound. Throws it up. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Oh, big finish at the rim. Long key from three-quarters court. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. And a great start for the 76. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Off the assist.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Indiana with the basketball. Tough make through traffic.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Butler to bring it up. They lead it by 14. From long range, not getting the bounce. Jimmy Butler pins it. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Butler into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Scores from the post.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Butler to bring it up. Lead is 12. Here's a chance from long range. That out of his range, and no good. Joseph with it. Looking to make something happen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
4-3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. To Matthews. Beyond the arc for 3. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. Sixers have the basketball. Butler knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now. point play. Changes coming from both sides right now. It's good. Has the hot hand and a 4-point play. Joseph with it. Trailing by 14. Drove the lane and finished drawing at the hoop on that one.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Butler. Simmons. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Thaddeus Young. Butler into the front court. Up a dozen. Simmons to Embiid. And he hits.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Has a chance. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Nate McMillan making some changes to his lineup. Evans, nice pass to set things up. And count the basket inside.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Butler to Embiid. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Collison's shot won't fall. Miles Turner swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Ben Simmons, he's not your normal three-point shooter. They give him space, and he takes advantage.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Here comes the screen. Butler. Add another one to his total. That's now 6. Threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Collison into the front court. Down a bundle. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Embiid. To Simmons. Redick. Fires the three. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
To Turner. Ben Simmons sends it away. Redick with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Simmons. To Embiid. He gets it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Butler to Simmons. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Tyreke Evans, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Here comes the screen. Embiid knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play. Time for some new personnel into the game. Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Collison. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Evans to Collison. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Simmons. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board. Great feed, sets it up. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Young to Evans. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Pacers control. Joel Embiid sends it away. Incredible. 6 tonight. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Collison. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I will be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
But I don't put that on the shooter, Ed. I put that on the passer. You have to put your players in the best possible position to score the ball. You know that's not a strength of his.
The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers came away with the victory in this one. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. The Pacers couldn't put it. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.